What is up, guys? Wraith here, Graybearded Gaming. So after last time's slight debacle with our tanking ability and our toughness up on Trainer Hill, we have decided to invest pretty much everything we had. Pretty much everything we had. We spent pretty much all of our plat, knowing that we really don't have to worry about spells for like another 6 levels. Pretty close to. I mean, it's, when it's going to be a few minutes, but you have some training between here and there. So it was time to work on some upgrades. So what we did was we went through and we have picked up at this point some small banded pieces to try to up our toughness and up our armor class. So we got mostly the bigger visible pieces, and not necessarily because those are, the best or anything like that, but we went for the ones that had some of the bigger armor upgrades. Of course, a small banded mail, which was almost 2 to 1 what we had. It's 15 armor as opposed to the 8 that our little chest piece had. We were up at our small patchwork to banded. That was a double increase right there. Same thing on the helm, was a double armor class increase, and the sleeves, I believe, were pretty similar. So in a lot of spots, we were able to double our armor class and put our armor quite a bit higher than what we had before. I mean, for that matter, our armor class at this point is almost equal to our hit points, and we've been merrily working along and plugging away on working on our spell abilities here while we've been kind of auctioning off, sitting here by the bank in Kellethan. Now, the other thing we did this time around that was slightly different from the previous time was that we actually sold off all the belts that we earned last time we played in order to help fund this. And we didn't have a ton. We only had about 6, but that 6 was enough to put us over the line to where we were able to buy our banded leggings as well. And then at the same time still have a couple of plat left over, so at least we can fund food, bandages, whatever else we need. I mean, obviously we're going to have to spend some time somewhere trying to make just a little bit of cash, because one of the things obviously I want to try to do when we get back into Crushbone, want to try to get back to the trainer camp if possible, because I'm still looking to try to get that shield so we can get a solid upgrade in that spot. But we will still have to find something as a one-handed weapon. So might have to do a little bit of homework maybe, see if there's anything that we're even capable of doing kind of on our own in that regard. I'm not 100% really honestly sure if there is at this level, something we can do. So right now we're still kicking our bronze two-handed battle axe that we picked up for a few plat off of a vendor. And then again, it has served us well, but it is somewhat slow. And at this level, it's that tricky little spot because, we are not twinked. We are self-funded. We're already running into a couple people on the server who are twinked, and that can give us a whole lot of problems with even trying to pretend to hold aggro against these guys. As such, the rogue that we grouped with a couple days ago, right? So, going to hang out here for a little bit, going to get some mana back, going to work on some more spells. We will check back in a little bit later. Hopefully we'll be back in Crushbone. We'll be checking out, hopefully, that our armor upgrades have worked in our favor, and trying to see if we can't possibly get a group up on Trainer Hill. But we'll check back in with you guys here in a bit. All right, guys, we are back on Trainer Hill. Right now, we are in a very small little group. We actually trained the zone to break the camp up a little bit, which was kind of funny. We tried to do a single pull. Things did not go our way. We trained off the zone. We actually got lucky in that the trainer, unfortunately, was in that pool. He got picked off by one of the bigger guys. We were able to then take out some of the Centurions, but we're back on top of the hill again, making another shot at our shiny brass shield. Again, we are wearing our upgraded armor this time, so hopefully we'll do a little bit better, at least tanking. We just finished clearing the tabletop up here and hoping to try to get some more people, but we'll see how it goes, and we will check back in here in just a little bit, hopefully when something slightly more exciting is happening other than me just sitting here. So we'll check back in a bit, guys. Well, guys, that definitely could have gone a little bit better. As you can see here, we are running back to try to go get a corpse here. We finally were able to reclaim the Trainer Hill with a small group. However, we lost the healer that we had, tried to take the trainer anyway with a couple of mages and myself, and unfortunately it did not go too well. Also didn't help, of course, I did not have my lay of hands yet to even refresh, but I'm not sure it would have been quite enough. So on my way back to get the corpse, the upside is at least we did not lose level. We were super close to 10. We'll try to churn that back out. But such is the case, especially when you're trying to do, a relatively tough little camp for a small guy. So, but there we have it. Like I said, we are down another life, unfortunately, in the challenge. Still not going to quite give up on my little shield, but we will kind of move on with the adventure. Let's go get the corpse back and hopefully get some footage of some action instead of me just running after a corpse. We'll check back in with you guys here in a bit. Well, guys, we have swung and missed. Unfortunately, yet again, we're off trying to try to keep experience running for the crew, and unfortunately, trainer spawned while I was out, aggroed on the group, started beating up on the mage and the mage pet. By the time I got back and was able to get him, the cleric had already spent, quite a bit of mana. But that even being said, shout outs to Kreskin slash Mcleod, the cleric that's in our group, friend of the channel, reached out and was able to actually group up tonight, which was a pretty good time. And when we lost our original healer, he was able to swap over and everything and take over the healing reins for us, so we were at least able to keep everything rolling. So shout outs to them, really appreciate that. It's also really cool to kind of find somebody in game group with somebody in game who's kind of been tagging along with the channel, so that's awesome, and I super appreciate that. But I think we're gonna grab up the corpse this time and kind of call it a night before we cash in too many lives this evening. It has not been our best night overall, but it has still been definitely an adventure. So video is probably going to be a little bit late this week because I actually kind of lost track of time and kept playing instead of editing like I was supposed to. Apologies for that, but we'll get the video posted as soon as we can. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe down below if you like what we're doing, or you have any thoughts on the channel. If you got a character that you got yourself, let us know about it down below. But until then, we will see you guys next time.